Oh, it's just giving you a quick little scouting report on Skyline. So, starting out with some goalkeeper distribution. Just recognize she likes to kick the ball a lot, and does takes free. You can see here is taking a free kick, from that area right there. So it's a 4-3-3. Just recognize what type of formation they're in. They do try and keep the ball or possess out of the back or build up. You see quick distribution from her on the throw. They do try and keep the ball or build out, but they are capable of playing this long ball as well. The back line will certainly look to pass, and as long as we can press them with numbers, you can see they have 2 forwards there and 2 midfielders, the opponent Baltimore here. So, of course, we want to make sure that we have more players in helping out as well, so we don't allow them to get out at all. Similar here, center backs are decent on the ball, but it's really the goalkeeper is going to save the day for them, so it's important to put her under pressure as well. As they're trying to get out, you can see there's not much of them looking to get the ball beyond that level right there, beyond 30, 40 yards on the football field, so just recognize that. And try not to leave any gaps left open in this area right here where they can make simple passes. Just make sure our shape looks like it's supposed to look, with 2 forwards and our diamond here, making sure that wherever the ball goes, we travel with it. So if it goes here, we go there. If it goes out there, we go there. And that can not get spread out, and then that should give us some opportunities to be able to spark some transitions as well. This is them when they get into the attacking half. Forward will look to play to each other. They do try and play down their right side often. And their midfielders are more than capable of passing out wide. As you can see, she's going to try and just play the ball into this open space. So whoever our left back is, just make sure that we're in good shape, and then make sure our left center back is also covering and helping out. So this is an area of the field that they like to attack. So it'll be important for us to not only track her, but then make sure we're also matched up inside the 18 with anybody running in if they do get a cross off. So again, just a little botch clearance, but you can see they're just trying to go down this side. So again, as I mentioned, we need to make sure we're covering and sliding over instead of leaving this big gap so that a forward can run in behind. Another goalkeeper distribution, nice and long, about 50 yards, 40, 50 yards. And as they do get on the ball, again, you can see their midfielders have no problem playing the ball out wide and then playing it into that channel down the right side to be able to create an attack. And this isn't saying that they'll never attack down the left side, but you can see that this is an area where they like to attack. And this is them going down the left side in the second half. But ultimately, the ball comes back through the middle. Too much time and space for their center midfielder right there. But recognize that they're trying to get the ball over to this player right here on the right as well. So just be alert to it. As long as we're in our shape and keeping possession of the ball, making them defend, it'll be easier for us in terms of the match. But just giving you some ideas on how they play. So this is them pressing, with some numbers 4-3-3. So you can see their 2 6s here. Their 10 right there. So just recognize that the half spaces right here are going to be very important for us to play into right here as well. And if the back 4 wants to jump, then that'll give us opportunity to play into these areas. But again, forwards, make sure you're staying together and hunting together so that if we play the ball into that area, we can find some success. We've been talking about it at training, recognizing the moment to switch the point of attack. So you can see all their team is on this side of the field. So if we're able to get the ball out here or even to an outside back running, it'll create some really good opportunities because you can see how many players they have. They create something out of it here too, but all the open space is right down there. So let's just think about that as we get into it. I'm pretty sure this is the same field we're playing on, so it'd be pretty narrow. So the wide area will be important just like this. So rewind that just so you can see it as I was talking. Quick little combination which we can do as well when the ball is behind. Even though we talk about them being dropped back, they're pretty spread out in this scenario. So, if they're not going to stay connected and dropped back and in a lower block, just make sure we're finding these openings. Here it's a ball there that goes into this space next. That's very important. So on the first touch here, can the next ball be into this space where we have a player running into that corner? And the same thing can happen here. As you can see, she elects to go up the middle, which works just fine as well. But playing the ball out wide would be important, especially against a good goalkeeper. How they're pressing, again, we talk about the half space here, the half space there. Just recognize when we can get the ball into that area to break them down. Not a super high press, but certainly running and putting her under pressure. And because there's no options for her to play to, it creates a tough situation where they're able to transition. Same thing here, quick transition moment. So again, we got to be careful with the ball, and they're able to score. Just going to rewind that a little bit. Rewind that a little bit. Not much to it. They win the ball, get right in, and they're able to create a scoring opportunity. So us making sure we get the ball out of our 18 in our build-up is super important. So just taking a look at the restarts, you can see how they have everybody defending in this little area here. And the goalkeeper's hands are really good as well, so just be aware. That's her punching it, but be aware that that's something we need to make sure we address with someone on the keeper and get the ball away from them, or keep the ball away from them just outside the 6. Again, lots of numbers there. And good second chances, good third chances as well. Good again, goalkeepers boxing the ball out, so make sure we get on that second ball as well. As you can see, the tactic for them is a lot of players in front of the goal, so it's not an easy shot or anything like that. And here's a restart from beyond half field where they're using it as an attacking situation from the goalkeeper's long ball, so just be aware of that. Don't let her hit the ball over our heads, and make sure we challenge the first ball, win the second ball if we need to as well.